I'm gonna make this quick. In the manga, Gojo and Sukuna are fighting. Sukuna needs to win this fight, or else the quality of his villain status and the quality of the story will suffer. Sukuna is the biggest villain in JJK. He was the first villain introduced, and he was set up as the endgame villain, the final villain. In my video on how to write a good antagonist, I said they need to pose a threat. One way that other iconic battle manga have had a major antagonist show how threatening they are is by defeating or killing a top dog hero. Battle manga usually have two types of hero groups. Type 1 is the party style. This is where the heroes are just a small party of allies. Here, the strongest hero is usually the main character. Stories that do this are One Piece, Yu Yu Hakusho, Kenshin, and Dragon Ball. Type 2 is the organization type. This is where there is some kind of larger organization of heroes that the main characters are a part of. Here, the strongest character is usually not the main character, at least initially. There's at least one high-ranking member of the organization that's top dog. Stories that do this are Naruto, Bleach, Black Clover, Hero Academia, Kimetsu, and JJK. When a major villain asserts their dominance, they usually beat or kill a top dog. In Naruto, Orochimaru killed Hiruzen, Pain killed Jiraiya, Madara beat the 5 Kages. In One Piece, Crocodile, Lucci, and Kaido each beat Luffy at least once. In Bleach, Aizen beat Kisuke, Isshin, and Yoriichi, and Yuha killed Yamamoto and Ichibei. Who has Sukuna beat? No one.
Fine. Fuck. You trash! You're not hooping!
If he had beat Kinji and Yuta, two people that are also top dogs, ideally in a 2v1, I would be fine with him losing to Gojo, but he hasn't. So Sukuna needs to beat Gojo. If he doesn't assert his dominance here, I don't think he'll ever get another chance to. He might when he gets all fingers, but by that time, the damage to his reputation would be tough to repair. But there's more. If Sukuna, the villain who's been set up as the final boss, loses right here, most of the tension for the kenjaku fight will be lost because we the audience have less fear that the kenjaku fight will go poorly. Sukuna has had way more build-up than Kenjaku, so it's natural to assume that he's stronger, or at least in the same range as Kenjaku. If Gojo solos Sukuna here, then he probably has a good chance of soloing Kenjaku. Furthermore, who says he'll fight Kenjaku one-on-one? They could all just jump him since there's no arrangement like with Sukuna. And with characters that have been built up to be almost as strong as Gojo, like Yuta and Kinji, and by extension Kashimo, why wouldn't the hero sweep him? A good story maintains tension. There's always the feeling that the protagonist could lose, but if Gojo wins here, that feeling will plummet. If Gojo loses here, and either dies or is crippled, then the audience still has a reason to fear the fight with Kenjaku. Kenjaku might be just as tough, or Sukuna and Kenjaku could team up like Madara and Obito. Sukuna has barely done any villainy. What's worse is that he's probably helped as much as he's harmed. Let's do a quick recap. These are the bad deeds Sukuna has done. He beat up Megumi a little in Fearsome Womb. He killed a bunch of nobodies in Shibuya off-screen, which severely decreased the impact of the scene and event. And then he killed Megumi's sister, which is the worst thing he's done. These are his good deeds. He saved Yuji against the Finger Bearer and killed it. He unintentionally gave Yuji the ability to be a natural counter to Mahito. He intentionally destroyed Mahito's domain, helping Yuji and Nanami in the fight. He killed the Hasaba girls, who were in Geto's group. He killed Jogo, who was in Kenjaku's group. He healed Megumi and defeated Mahoraga for him, which would have killed him. And then he killed Haruta, who was part of Kenjaku's group.
Bro, what is he doing? What is he doing? Naps, what is he doing?
This villain has arguably done more for Yuji than he has against him. And he isn't an Ashla type of villain who's working alongside the hero. He's just evil. Gege has set up a subplot for Kashimo. Apparently, he didn't use his actual curse technique against Kinji, and is saving it up for his fight against Sukuna. It's set up as being very powerful. Furthermore, during Gojo's fight, Kashimo said, "I go next if Gojo loses," further setting up his eventual battle. If Gojo wins here, why would Kashimo ever have to fight Sukuna? Maybe when Sukuna gets all fingers, he'll run it back and be more of a challenge. Maybe that will allow Kashimo to run his fade. That would at least ensure that this subplot has a payoff. But it's not ideal, because reasons 1 through 3 will still exist, especially 3. In conclusion, Sukuna needs this win to assert his dominance and threat as the primary antagonist. to keep tension high for future battles, to increase the low number of his villainous actions, and to provide a payoff for Kashimo's subplot. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and help me revolutionize the manga industry by buying my manga and spreading the word. All important links will be in the description.